everyone, welcome back to JP WHU TV. It's nice to see you. I hope you're keeping well and having a great start to your week. As you can see, guys, we are now back to normal. The graphics card has been updated, and as a result, everything is back to normal. So you'll see me in full HD and you're hearing me in proper quality mono. This is the full-time thoughts video for West Ham 2, Burnley 2. As always, guys, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor, 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website. And as you can see from the icon that's up here, there's also retro Burnley gear in there as well, if you guys are any Burnley fans watching, along with track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts made by Admiral and Umbro, so go check those out. Any purchases you make through the link in the description below, as I always say, I'll be sending on to the charity Iron Supporting Food Banks. They're based in the Newham area and they're helping those in the Newham area and the Essex County and further afield for that matter, as John told me yesterday when I was helping them out taking collections before the game over the main bridge. They are now supporting over 60 food banks, guys. There's a lot of people in crisis out in the world. So any purchases you make through the link in the description below, you'll be saving yourself a few quid in comparison to your respective club shop, and you'll be helping those that are less fortunate than you and I. But yeah, guys, please, when you're crossing over the main bridge to the stadium and you see the people asking for donations, please do put in a couple of quid. Or if you don't even want to purchase anything through the link in the description, in the description itself is the link straight to the Iron Supporting Food Banks charity GoFundMe, if I remember correctly. So go donate there. If it's a 50p, a pound, £2, whatever you can afford, it'd be very, honestly, guys, there's a lot of people out there that are a hell of a lot worse off than you and I. So guys, let's talk about the starting 11 team sheet for the home game against Burnley. 3 changes since the Brentford game. Obviously, Areola remaining as the Premier League goalkeeper, with a back four of Soufal, Mavropanos, Zuma being dropped, and Aguerd coming in, which I was not happy about, and Creswell replacing the injured Emerson. Souček and Phillips in the defensive midfield positions, with Kudus out on the right at the start, Ward-Prowse in the middle, and Paquetá out on the left, with Bowen up front. So, yeah. As you guys will remember, I've been saying that I don't want Aguerd anywhere near the start 11 since the Notts Forest game. Just purely because he was like, nothing to do with me when that second or the third goal went in. I really don't want him there anymore. And again, he was really off it yesterday. He genuinely was. But yeah, I thought, to be honest with you, I thought we made Burnley look better than they actually were. I mean, don't get me wrong, we were shit for the first half. Absolutely diabolical. We didn't have a shot on target for, I think it was, I mean, I know Paquetá had an attempt, about up towards about 2/3 of the way through the first half stuff, which went wide. But it was just, honestly, it was ridiculous. It really was bad. It generally isn't that much to talk about in terms of that. But, obviously, Phillips was having an absolute nightmare. Aguerd nearly put Phillips in trouble with a ridiculous pass, echoing back to Phillips' debut. I don't know. I don't know if the defence are just keeping him, just looking at him going, should we put this guy in trouble all the time because he's on loan? He's not good enough to be here. I don't get it. I really don't. He made some good tackles in this towards the end of the first half. But yeah, it was terrible. James Ward-Prowse was having an absolute nightmare as well, for that matter. For what he was doing, his movement was off. And as I say, genuinely, Bill and I and Charles were saying Phillips has got to come off, Ward-Prowse has got to come off, and we genuinely did say Antonio and Alvarez respectively making their substitutions, and Moyes did it. He absolutely did it. So I'm very happy with that. And within seconds, absolute seconds, Paquetá scores right at the start of the second half. I mean, let's go back quickly to talk about the 2 goals that we conceded against Burnley. Now, we're not going to go through the analysis that we did with the Arsenal game, but I do feel sorry for Mavropanos for the second goal, which I'll come on to in a second. But the defending for the first one, Aguerd is so easily turned. Nobody's really helping out. And don't get me wrong, it's an unbelievably good goal from, was it Fofana, if I remember correctly? for Burnley. Let me just double check it. Where are we? Yeah, Fofana. Absolutely brilliant. Thunder cunt, as the saying goes. Absolute wonder goal. One of the reasons why Burnley are trying there. You can see that Burnley were. I said to Bill and Charles at half time, like I was just like, said to him, who's the relegated threatened side there, and who's the team that's floating around the top six and in European football? Do you know what I mean? It was ridiculous. They wanted it more. Granted, you can argue the fact that there was tired legs out there from Thursday, but this squad is experienced enough for us to not have to be this tired 4 days after playing in Europe. Now, I did say in the full-time thoughts for the Freiburg loss. If you haven't already done so, guys, go check it out up here. But I did say that it was a gamble. Moyes doing that, putting out that strong side. And the only change to the starting 11 was the goalkeepers. That was it. It was a big risk. But at the same point, Alvarez, unbelievable once again. Absolutely unbelievable once again when he came on. And Antonio was doing well. Not brilliant, but he was doing well. But I do feel sorry for Mavropanos with that own goal that he scored, because he's in a catch-22, that situation. He really, really is. He's really unfortunate from that point of view. If he doesn't try and make that interception, will they score it anyway, or will Areola go in and save it? You can't run that risk. You really genuinely can't. And I do feel sorry for him, because a lot of people are going to be finger pointing to him again, saying he's shit, but not for me. I really like the kid. He's a very, very talented player, and I'm so glad we've got him. He's 10 times. I wish we had 2 of him, so we could have 2 Mavropanos and ship off Aguerd. Do you know what I mean? I really want us to go out on the summer transfer window, which, let's face it, guys, isn't that far away now. It was 3 months. Really want us to. Well, it might be a little bit later than that. Well, the season finishes in 2.5 months. Obviously, because the Euros coming up. But anyway, we need to sort that defence issue out. I've said it many, many times. But as I say, Paquetá's goal right in the early seconds of the second half was just phenomenal run. Absolutely beautiful. You could say Payet-esque sort of individual skill, and just bammed it in. Now, then we start to play a bit of better football. We start to regress a little bit, but the reason why Burnley were all over us was because the reason why we beat Brentford at last week and a half ago. Well, 2 weeks by the time that you guys get to see this. We literally just they penned us in the entire first half, and that's what we should be doing on a more regular basis. And we started to do that towards the end of the second half. We really, really did. I mean, a great goal from Danny Ings being ruled off as offside from Antonio, which I don't think is the case. I really don't think that he's offside. It's just, I mean, it's so close. It's unreal. I mean, yes, you can see the lines and all the rest of it, but I think that's harsh. I really do. I mean, because it's supposed to be starting the stitching here, and he's offside from here. Anyway, but it happens, and then literally, was it 90 just into the first minute of the added 8 minutes. By the way, the referee had an absolute fucking shocker. Absolute shocker. Could not control the game whatsoever. I mean, at one point in the first half, Bowen is basically wrestled to the ground. Literally, his arm gets behind him, whatever the Burnley defender is. He puts his arms around him and just drops him like that. And it's play on. I mean, how the hell? But at the same point, we had two handball calls, both of which were overruled. We got into a similar situation with James Ward-Prowse earlier in the season away. I can't remember which game it was, but it was right at the start of it. And we all said then that's not handball, because these arms are in a natural position. Right, that's not a natural position when you're jumping up. Granted, but as I say, the officials overall just had an absolute fucking shocker. And at the same point, guys, we didn't give up. We did not give up. And Danny Ings with an absolute beautiful goal on the 91st minute. Really was good. It's just, technically he scored a brace, and I can understand the reason why he got man of the match, because he played well for the, how long, when did he come on the pitch anyway? when was it? Let's just double check it. Yeah, he was on the pitch for 9 minutes basically before he scored, and he scored 2 goals in those 9 minutes. But yeah, and got man of the match, and quite rightly so, because he needs that confidence boost. I've said it before. Ings is a great attacking player. He's just not a centre forward. We should be playing him in that number 10 stroke centre mid role, which like Paul Scholes did when he was coming to the end of his career at Man United. You know, we need that sort of information from him. But guys, thank you very, very much for watching. Apologies for rambling on. We are 6 subscribers away from getting 2,500. Thank you to everybody that's subscribing. I mean, you're doing it one a day as it stands at the minute. It's better than nothing, of course. But guys, come on, let's get us to 2,500 by the Aston Villa game on Sunday. So guys, enjoy the rest of your week. As always, put your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you're thinking, as always, and I will see you very, very soon. I'm going to be recording the Freiburg preview. That's going to be recorded later today. You'll see that tomorrow afternoon. But yeah, in all hindsight, guys, you know, we're 10 points away from 5th position with 10 games to go. We're 7th. Was it 3 or 4 points? 4 points, I think it is now, behind Man United in 6th. It's not as bad as everybody thinks. So guys, take care, look after yourself, and I'll see you soon. All the best now.